Okay. All right, so let's see. I think everyone, how's that sound okay? All right. Oh, here's the, do a little rearranging here for a second. All right, so we'll go ahead and get started here. And today we are very excited to talk about this summer and what we are bringing back in Albuquerque. So the short story is Summerfest is back and fireworks are back. So we're going to talk about all those details, and we actually have a number of folks here to walk through them. So we'll call them out, but this is a coordinated effort between our Parks and Rec department, obviously our fire department with respect to aspects of fireworks, and even our fire marshal, and also our arts and culture department, which deals with Summerfest and other summer entertainment activities, and our media partners at Cumulus Radio, which is helping us out on the 4th of July on all 7 stations. Nice. All right, so details on that to come. But I want to begin really by stating that, as we continue to recover, as we continue to come out of the pandemic, a couple of things. Everything we are sharing with you today is subject to a change in the public health order in the opposite direction. So I want to let folks know that we're going to plan on this. But if for some reason COVID comes back, if there's some new variant, if the vaccines happen, whatever, then obviously we will do what we did before, which is make a adjustment as we get closer to the date. But unless something changes, this is the game plan, and we're building our city calendar, and for many of us, our family calendars around these activities that we're going to share with you today. So we know that last summer things like Summerfest were completely canceled, and we know that 4th of July was very, very different, and this year we're going to have kind of a hybrid approach. But this year, the good news is everything is better than last year. And so we also are very excited that, if we continue to reach, I know we're a little behind, but we're still close. If we can reach that vaccination rate, we all hope in July we can be sort of free of the color coding system. But we've set up these events so they will work under what we expect to be the public health order rulings at the time. So with that, I can take more questions, but let's talk about some of these specifics. We're going to have fireworks right here at Balloon Fiesta Park. And so that is a great thing. And you're invited to come down and watch. So what we're going to do is basically open up the grounds. Families can come out, and we're going to have a bunch of food trucks. We are going to be charging for parking. But there is not going to be a bunch of live entertainment and anything like that. So the name of the game is spread out in your family pod and enjoy being outside and enjoy the fireworks. And tune into a Cumulus station to hear a live music accompaniment for those fireworks. And then we're going to do a similar thing to what we did last year, where we have fireworks all over town from some of our golf courses and parks. And so that setup is going to be really for folks in that area to view from their house. So just like last year, we're asking people to view from their driveway, their backyard, the sidewalk, and watch those fireworks and listen to the wonderful musical score with it. In those situations, those are not open to the public. So there's only one location where we really want people to invite people to come watch at a park. Otherwise, they're for you to enjoy at your home. Now, we also are going to have Rio Rancho fireworks, as I understand, are on the display that they usually do. So they have details on that, but of course, many of us can see that from the west side. And also, Isotopes fireworks are going to be back. So we have multiple firework locations throughout the city, and now wonderfully also one in which you can enjoy in person with your family. So we're going to talk more about some of those details, but let me touch a little bit on Summerfest. Summerfest, we're going to have a couple in July and August, so they're not going to happen soon. And similarly, they're not going to have a major musical act probably because of the lead time for booking, but we're going to have all the other fun activities. Invite people to come together in our city parks and enjoy each other, enjoy live music, just not national touring acts, and the bouncy castles and brewery tents and all that other great stuff that we love about Summerfest. And lastly, I want to mention is sort of our toe in the water for reopening fun things this summer is, of course, Juneteenth this weekend, which is going to be a wonderful celebration on Civic Plaza. So with that, let's kind of go in order of the different types of events. So I'm going to ask our Director of Parks and Rec, Dave Simon, to come up and talk about some of the firework displays that are happening. But I want to mention one other caveat. The irony is what we're worried about way more than the public health order and rules and regulations is the weather. That is what we're always worried about. So I want to remind everyone that a fire marshal, we have a new fire marshal, by the way, no pressure, Marshal Romero, he will be making the call at every single one of these firework displays. And like usual, we'll have a wait and see approach for an hour or so, and then we'll just call it off if the weather's bad. So I do want to remind folks, it's just life in the Duke City. Everything is subject to weather. So with that, let's talk more about fireworks with our Director of Parks and Rec, Dave Simon.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you, Mayor. Under Mayor Keller's leadership, the hallmark of the last 15 months under the mayor's leadership has been to try to innovate and adapt and continue to try to provide services and benefits to our Albuquerque citizens despite the challenges we've faced. And due to that spirit led by the mayor, in 2020, we came up with a new approach to fireworks in the Duke City. And we had a very, very successful effort in 2020 where we launched fireworks from 4 different locations across the city. Thousands and thousands of Burqueños were able to enjoy those fireworks from the safety of their homes or their neighborhoods. So this year we're very excited to say the Rockets Red Glare is back, and it'll be better than last year. We're going to reprise the model, but make it more of a hybrid model and better than last year. So this year we're going to be very excited to offer fireworks viewing opportunities in every quadrant of the city, we hope, and options for people who have different levels of comfort with gathering in groups at this time. So first, starting here at the world famous Balloon Fiesta Park, we are looking forward to a very robust size fireworks show here at Balloon Fiesta Park, but the event size will be limited by some on-site parking capacity. So about 3,500 tickets will be available on a first-come, first-served basis. There will be, and this is very important, there will be no park and ride service to the fireworks display here at Balloon Fiesta Park. All tickets must be purchased in advance. The ticket price covers one vehicle and as many occupants as you can get in there. Tickets are going to be $20 per vehicle, and they must be purchased in advance through holdmyticket.com. Limited availability, so Burqueños should act promptly to take advantage of this great opportunity. And the ticket sales are live as we speak. I want to remind the public that here at Balloon Fiesta Park, no alcohol or glass containers are allowed. Attendees are, of course, welcome to bring a nice Albuquerque Southwestern picnic here. No grills, please, but please bring a great picnic. Some food and beverage will be available for purchase here on site. Bring your blanket, bring your chairs, bring something to protect yourself from the sun, and games to play while we're waiting for the Rockets. The gates here at Balloon Fiesta Park will open at 6 p.m. And the fireworks launch, weather permitting, safety permitting, is anticipated to be 9:15 p.m. So gates open at 6, Rockets at 9:15. Now, as the mayor mentioned, we'll also be launching fireworks from 4 other locations across the city, also around 9:15 p.m., working with our partners at Bernalillo County and the state of New Mexico. Those other sites include North Domingo Baca Park, Ladera Golf Course. Those 2 are repeat locations from last year, and as well as Tom Tenorio Park, which is a county park in the South Valley. Very grateful for the county's partnership again this year. And then new this year, we'll be launching fireworks from Expo, New Mexico. This is a great central location that will benefit so many Albuquerque residents with its central location to see fireworks. So we appreciate the state's partnership. Now, as I said, there may be a possible 5th fireworks launch site, which would be on the west side, another west side location, and we will announce that if we can complete the logistics for that site. Now, these parks and the areas surrounding them will be mostly not open to spectators, as the mayor said. We encourage the public to enjoy the fireworks from their homes or their neighborhood. Street parking around these sites will also be restricted in the hours leading up to the launch times and throughout the event. Now, the city, again, will be partnering with our friends at Cumulus Media. We're going to simulcast the musical soundtrack to the fireworks displays on all 7 of their Cumulus stations, including their flagship stations, KKOB 770 AM, KKOB 96.3 FM, KRST 92.3 FM, and Magic 99.5 FM, as well as 3 other stations. So again, I want to second the mayor's appreciation for Cumulus's general manager on site here in Albuquerque, Jeff Berry, and his partners. Now, for all the details on fireworks in the Duke City 2021, please visit the city website, cabq.gov/ID4. Thank you, Mayor. I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, thank you so much. And in terms of, I know a lot of people ask about, sort of the numbers at the Balloon Fiesta and this event. It's calibrated with respect to different public health regulations. And I do want to mention the best thing we can all do right now to help as many people as possible enjoy Summerfests and fireworks is to get vaccinated. We've got to hit that 60% mark, and I know we're close, and the sooner we can do that, the sooner we can also adjust those capacities in the upward direction. Okay, so now we want to change gears a little bit and talk about Summerfest. And so then we'll close with some very important safety concerns with respect to fireworks. So I'm going to invite up our Deputy Director of Arts and Culture, Hakeem Bellamy.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. We also want to thank our friends at AFR and our friends at Parks. In the pre-pandemic world, our department got lots of credit for the large-scale events that would happen around the city, but it's always a one Albuquerque effort, and it doesn't happen without coordination with places and the departments of both fire and parks. So we thank you for that, Director Simon and Chief. So it's summer again, and last summer we did not have a Summerfest because of the pandemic, and we're excited to be doing what we think our department does well, gather people, gather things. We're in the collections business at the biopark, we're in the collections business at our museums, and we like to think that we're in the collecting people's business, and it's been a year without that. So we're super excited to be able to offer some programming again to allow folks to gather. We have 3 Summerfest concerts planned. One, as Mayor mentioned, in late July and in early August. July 31st at North Domingo Baca Park, August 7th in Nob Hill, and August 14th at Ventana Ranch Community Park. As you can imagine, things will continue to look different. We're not clear of the pandemic just yet, so the events will look different than they did in the past. Mayor mentioned that without the lead time to really book national acts, we are looking at it as an opportunity to spotlight local talent and, frankly, to make you all the stars of the show. Just being able to be together to celebrate live music and to celebrate activities that's the event. That is the event. That's the showcase. You're on stage. And so we look forward to spotlighting our local performers and putting dollars in the hands of our local artists and musicians. Some of the usual Summerfest fare, no pun intended, will be food trucks, breweries, kids entertainment. Usually Parks brings us the climbing wall. We'll check in with Director Simon about that. But there'll be things for the family to do together at a space outside your house. That's exciting. And we're excited to reunite with the community through future local events that are safe and family friendly. That's what we normally do. All of those will be developing more. You'll see them on our calendar at cultureabq.com. Like the mayor said, as long as we still are trending in the right direction as far as the pandemic, you will see more events populate in a neighborhood near you. However, on the 4th of July, on Independence Day, we invite you to come to Old Town. Old Town is another favorite gathering place in our city and a space that our department has programmed in the past. And so we'll be having live performances on the eve of 4th of July, on July 3rd, of the 44th Army Band featuring the Jazz Collective and Breaking Brass. You guys get it? Breaking Brass. From New Mexico's own National Guard. They'll be performing on Saturday, July 3rd from 5 to 7 p.m. in Old Town, and on Sunday in Old Town, July 4th. Long before, as Director Simon said, the gates open here, we will be in Old Town again with the West Side Big Band from 1 to 3 p.m. So a whole weekend of activities for you guys to get out of your house and celebrate with the family. For the West Side Sound Big Band, this will be their first performance of the summer, and they're excited to bring the greatest hits of the jazz swing era to Old Town. That's for my radio friends. And there'll be other live music events throughout the summer in Old Town and at the Albuquerque Biopark as we bring back Zoom music and other things that we've done in the past. As I said, all those events, as they populate, as we trend in the right direction through the summer, will be populated at our site, cultureabq.com. And it's important to always remember that a lot of our large-scale events, I mentioned the intra-city partnerships, but again, we often partner with sound and engineering companies, tent companies, and you got to remember all those businesses, those local businesses, are staffing back up post-pandemic, and so a lot of that has an impact on how much we can plan and capacity. But we're working hard, and we look forward to bringing everyone back together. So as the mayor said, we can continue to do that if we all get vaccinated. That keeps us trending in the right direction. And if we all do that, you can look forward to more events at our website, cultureabq.com. Thank you.
All right. Stuff with that West Side big band, but not playing on the West Side.
Not playing on the West
Just
Side.
the name, playing in Old Town. All right, so I think, what you can see is a continued effort that we've continued since the pandemic, as Director Simon mentioned, that, we've tried to stay open or be providing services as best we can while still keeping people safe. And this is a continuation of that effort. It also means being there for our families. It means trying to keep them safe, but also giving families great things to do all around our city. And so as we continue to provide events for families, we also know that sometimes fireworks can be dangerous. And we also know that we have a major Bosque fire problem that is often associated with fireworks. And so to keep our families safe, we also want to hear what our fire department is up to as we go into heavy fireworks season. So let me hand it over to our new fire marshal, Chris Romero. Marshal.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Clap for you.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As the mayor stated, during this time we've seen an uptick in bosque fires, so definitely fire safety is going to be a key element of what we're going to try to focus on this year. The city of Albuquerque is currently in stage 1 fire restrictions for the bosque, the foothills, and the open space areas. So what this means for people in Albuquerque: no open flames or campfires, no smoking, no fireworks, and no motor vehicles operated off of public roadways. We're currently in an extreme drought condition. It's been very hot and very dry lately, and that's why it's so important for us to follow the rules this year. Okay? If you see something, say something. As was said earlier, this is a one Albuquerque effort to protect our bosque, the foothills, and all open space areas. Only use legal fireworks. Fireworks purchased within the city limits are legal. Fireworks purchased outside the city limits are illegal. So just keep that in mind, please. We're asking you, as I said, not to use illegal fireworks within the city limits. Fireworks that go higher than 10 feet, that are sparks emit outside of 6-foot radius, and are louder than a pop gun are illegal. Something to help you out to determine whether the firework is illegal or legal is to read the warning label. If it reads caution, it is legal. If it reads warning, it is illegal. So please keep that in mind. If you do plan on using legal fireworks, make sure to use them on paved or barren areas. Make sure it's away from homes, vegetation, and combustible materials. Also, make sure to have a water source readily available just in case it's needed. Please make sure to enjoy the amazing firework displays around the city that Director Simon spoke about, and please remember not to purchase or use illegal fireworks within the city limits. Finally, please remember to bring your pets inside and be considerate of your neighbors that may be sensitive to loud noises. This will include veterans, the elderly, children, and people suffering from mental health issues. Appreciate you guys and your time today, and thank you.
All right, and I want to echo the, when my kids were super young, I always loved 4th of July, but when my kids were super young, you can't get them to sleep. It was a nightmare. But anyway, so be sensitive to that too. And so we also are joined from one of our deputy chiefs at Bernalillo County to talk about some issues in the unincorporated areas. And so Deputy Chief Lardy from the Bernalillo County Fire Department. Chief.
Thank you, Mayor Keller. So we're proud to partner with the city of Albuquerque in this effort this year again to bring back fireworks in your local communities. As far as the county is concerned, we're going to be hosting one of the events at Tom Tenorio Park. And of course, the park will be closed, as the mayor mentioned, to the public, just to maintain your safety. We really encourage the community in the unincorporated area of the county to take part in the local fireworks displays in an effort to give them an alternative to lighting off potentially illegal fireworks. So our standards in the county are much or very similar to the city of Albuquerque's. We have banned essentially all of the same types of fireworks that the city has banned, and we just ask the public to be really diligent and to watch out for those things like Chief Romero just talked about, with the caution word being legal and anything that says warning being illegal when you purchase them. Again, they're anything that's for sale within the city limits or within the unincorporated area of the county will only be legal fireworks to use in either of those jurisdictions. So with that, again, we thank you for being here today, and we appreciate this opportunity to again work in close coordination with the city on this important effort to give the community the opportunity to enjoy fireworks in as safe as possible manner as we can.
All right, and lastly, I just want to thank everyone in who's behind me and also in these respective departments, because I do want to let folks know it is not easy to pull these things off. It is a lot harder to reopen than it is to shut down, actually. And some of that does have to do with staffing challenges, but as was mentioned, vendor challenges. It was extremely hard to find firework vendors actually this year. And so we're very fortunate that we even have enough to do the displays we outlined today. Okay, so with that, I know a lot today, but everyone's excited about summer and wants to know what they have, where and what they can be doing in terms of opportunities for their families. And so with that, we'll take some questions. Jessica?
Just a clarification on the 3,500 number. Is that 3,500 if we get 60 today, 60% today? Is that 3,500, or if we get 60%, will that 3,500 number go up?
So Director Simon can correct me if I'm wrong, but that number is set based on what's allowable under the current turquoise public health order. Okay. So if we get better, we may, not for sure, but we may be able to add more people. Did I get that right?
That's correct, Mayor, though.
Go ahead, if I got it wrong.
No, I think what we like about this approach is that we're going to limit visitors and vehicles here at the park to basically our surface parking capacity right around the field. So this is a good way to manage the people without a park and ride operation. So we're going to try to get as many people as we can here smoothly, with a good traffic plan that will allow people to move in and out. And that number of 3,500 cars is a good one to aim for. That should allow us to have, somewhere between 12 and 14,000 people here for the event. We don't know which way the public health order is going to go, so it may be a little difficult to pivot too close to the event. But we're very confident that this size event is going to be right-sized for the time, and is going to be a big success and a big hit with the public.
That's why he's director. Good job. All right.
I have a question.
Yeah.
The Summerfest event, what's the website? Can you tell us what the website is again?
Sure, happy to. It's cultureabq.com. cultureabq.com.
Is it up and running right now?
It is, and like I said, as we move further into the summer, with all of the uncertainty about limitations in turquoise and beyond, that we will continue to populate events. But events need lead time to happen, and just like the mayor was talking about getting national acts here, we were kind of.
So if I were to go on there now, there might not be anything.
You will have the things I just mentioned, and then if you kept checking back periodically, you would see more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the soonest that should show up are like music at the zoo, music at the gazebo in Old Town. Those will start coming in, weeks, not months. Anything else? All right, well, we'll hope for good weather and a great summer. Thank you.